Oos! I am finally back with another video. Honestly, can't even believe I'm making a video. We are like 1 month away from fight night. It's almost August, which is fight month. It's right around the corner. We're doing it, people. I can't believe that I'm actually doing this again. You know, I was a young guy, so I haven't been in this good a shape in like literally 10 years. And it's crazy to think that 10 years ago I was 21. So training is going well. It's kind of weird because I'm so used to sharing all of my training and surrounding my content around my martial arts stuff, but gotta tread carefully. You don't want to leak too much stuff, even though I'm probably the guy that has the most amount of footage out there. So I'm practically an open book. But as of right now, we got to keep it on the low. Speaking of keeping it on the low and moving low key, this video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. Now, why would you need a VPN? A VPN allows you to tread carefully when you're on the internet. It allows you to maintain your privacy when you're online. And Surfshark also gives you a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you could use the QR code here or the link in the description, you're going to get 83% off and an additional 3 months for free, which is crazy. Now, I'm a boomer, so I kind of know what a VPN is, but some of the features that stick out to me, number one, is it allows you to use like public Wi-Fi safely. I'm always on a public Wi-Fi. I'm rarely ever on my own network because I'm always out and about. So being able to feel safe when I'm, just using a random network is pretty cool. Now, also, I'm not that old to not know that, certain websites will give you certain prices and certain deals based off your location and the device that you're using. So one of the cool features from Surfshark VPN is it'll make sure it gives you the best deals and won't let you get like ripped off based on your network and your location. So that's another cool feature from this VPN. And again, reminder, you can use the QR code here. You can click the link in the description. Just make sure you use promo code Sensei VPN. Again, Sensei VPN. And you can get 83% off and an additional 3 months free. No brainer. And plus, if after 30 days you don't like it, it's a money back guarantee. So, why in the heck am I fighting King Kenny? Right? He just fought my guy, FaZe Temper, longtime friend, like a brother. So, Kenny obviously is 0-1. That was his first fight. And then his next fight, he takes on me. Now, right, once this announcement happened, I don't know, a lot of, just Twitter was just being like, Kenny's dead, he's going to get killed, why would he do this? People going at Daly for taking this fight, right? Because I remember hearing Daly say that Kenny's next fight is going to be a fight that can allow Kenny to just showcase his skills. So how did this fight come about? Mams and KSI wanted me on the undercard. They reached out to me. I said, I will listen to options and to whatever you have planned. I don't want to definitely fight on the card. I haven't been training to fight or looking for a fight, and this was like the only one, apparently. So I did not ask about it. I didn't say, should I fight Kenny? Mams and Keemstar helped me out. Go happy punch there. And I said, if he's down to do it, I'll do it. It's a huge opportunity to be able to fight on this event, to be a part of this event. Not only, obviously, if I was as a commentator like Wade, congrats, Wade. Okay, killing it. Podcast has been absolutely fun, so I'm still out there in the YouTube world, just not here on my own channel. But to be able to compete again, I can't ask for any other opportunity, right? I couldn't wish for a better place. Come full circle back on the undercard, where it all started. So it's like a no-brainer, yes. But this wasn't something that I was asking for or I requested. I have no problems with Kenny. Skill-wise, he actually has a lot of potential in this YouTube boxing scene. If you've seen his progression, right, and his development, it's similar to KSI, right? When you saw KSI first training and he was so new, he didn't have like a background in combat sport, and his ability to grow that fast, and a lot of that credit goes to Daly and just his professionalism, his ability to teach boxing to people. I will say that I did agree with Daly in saying that Kenny's challenge with his first fight is because Temper is such an awkward guy to fight, right? It's not that he's just tall, but he's tall, he's a southpaw, he's rangy, and he's just very different. It's very difficult to mimic someone like him in training. Right, and when it's your first fight, that's going to be difficult. This happens to fighters at all levels, not just beginners. So when you're talking about fighting a southpaw, that's a whole challenge in its own right. Then you're talking about fighting somebody who's taller, right? The game has to change. So again, not easy. Doesn't mean that Kenny doesn't have a bright future in boxing, and especially in the YouTube scene or whatever, because he might be killing people in the gym when he has a little bit of a height advantage. Let's say he's the guy on the outside and he gets to dictate the distance, right? Does he do a lot better? Is he more comfortable there against guys who are orthodox, right? You just don't know. Styles make fights. So I wouldn't completely write off Kenny, because when you look at it, you say, you know what? There's temper and there's Sensei. Obviously, temper first started training with Sensei. People would think that since I have more experience and I have more combat experience, that you would just go, what? Why would he fight Sensei? Kenny has no chance, right? So Kenny's kind of in a win-win situation here. He has nothing to lose, right? Because everyone thinks he's going to get knocked out in the first 30 seconds or in the first minute, right? Not everybody, but the consensus online is that he's going to get straight smoked. And I have been saying that I'm going to bring the fireworks, I'm going to bring the heat, I'm going to bring the intensity, and that's what I like to do. You guys are looking for a show, looking to be entertained, and it's a boxing match. And I love boxing. I'm a big fan of boxing, and I love watching combat sports, and when people leave it out there and just let it all go. When you get those guys that get into those stalemates, I'm just like you guys when you're watching, like, come on, just let your hands go, just go for it. Who cares? Me personally, I love those type of fights, people who are willing to risk and lay it out on the line and go for it. I love that in the first Logan Paul versus KSI one, that it was electric. People really enjoyed Overt Flow and Mai's fight, and the fact that I got the finish was a part of it, but it was that's all part of it, and I really enjoy going for it and not just going for the win. I'd much rather point at the center of the canvas and say, let's duke it out in the last 10 seconds, even if I'm winning, rather than dance around it and throw my hands up for the last 10 seconds knowing that I... Now, Daly did respond to the backlash, you could say, to taking the fight with me, because obviously most people just think, what? Kenny's going to get smoked. And I liked what Daly had to say. He said, in short, he was just saying that there's no point in Kenny, if he wants to be a boxer and develop as a competitor, he's going to have to take on challenges. And there isn't like a giant pool of influencers with experience in boxing. So it's best to take on somebody that's going to be a challenge, that's going to help you grow and get better in the sport. These are the kind of things that make you really good. If they don't break you, they're going to build you super strong, right? One of the things that I get so much from people, family, friends, other creators, is, Sensei, don't be nice. They all texted me, don't be nice, just go for it, bro. Don't mess around, or we know that you're so nice. And I always get so confused by that. I know that I get it. I'm a nice guy. I'm not someone that's going to talk smack. I'm not going to talk trash. I don't do that. That's not my thing, right? I live by the code, the martial arts code, and like Wonder Boy Thompson, right? Karate guys, that's what we tend to do. That's what I grew up on. But here's the thing. Like, I have a knockout on my resume in MMA. I have multiple knockdowns in my kickboxing fights. Even my sparring footage, like with KSI, I had dropped him. We just met, right? And I'm doing a YouTube video, and I ended up knocking him down, digging him with 2 body shots, right? He did get me back for that one. We're going to have to spar again eventually, so I can try to even the score. But even like Deji, right? I wasn't like overly nice. We I feel like I've been appropriate, right? If we're fighting, we're fighting. If we're sparring hard, we're sparring hard, right? If that means I can get hit, I can get hurt in sparring, you can. We're doing our thing. So I think it's more that my demeanor that people think, but I'm like, if you've watched me compete, it's not like I don't go for the knockout. Even if you look at my fight with Overt Flow, I know obviously I didn't like go for the kill immediately, but when it was time, right? I actually, like, if you look at the night of the fights from KSI Logan 1, Overt Flow was a TKO finish and his eye was shut, right? And that was through the head guard and through the gloves. But I think being nice would have been not going for the finish, right? And listen, I'm always going to be respectful when it comes to competition. I'm only enemies with my opponent for those rounds. I think a lot of people have to flip the switch throughout their whole promotion or the conference because they got to get into that mode. And for some people that helps. It doesn't help me because that's not me personally. But it won't, my demeanor, my level of respect for Kenny won't affect my desire to want to perform and my desire to want to put on a show and be exciting and be entertaining and kind of live by that warrior code out there in the ring, right? I'm kind of excited to do that, right? And in a respectful way, the most respectful way that you can in boxing. It means nothing illegal, nothing dirty, right? Everything is clean as they can be, but also as intense as it's allowed to be within the squared circle. Wait, that's the octagon. Within just a square. Just a square. Yeah. I'm excited. I've been training. Training has been very difficult. Very difficult. That's how you know training is going good, because I'm usually a happy-go-lucky guy, and I've been difficult to be around at times, even myself, because of how challenging training is going. So that's good news on my part. But I promise you, August 27th will be memorable. I want our fight to be one that is talked about and one is memorable, so that whenever you know that I'm stepping out there, you want to tune in. But again, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Oos.